People who know when they're voting what the candidates stand for, what the words mean that people are saying, and to be able to read through all of the advertising, propaganda, whatever you want to call it, that appears this time of the year. And I'm just going to introduce them very briefly. I have nice, very long bios on all of them, which I am not going to read, but I will just introduce them. And at the far end, we have Chris Lehman, who many of you who listen to OPB in the news will recognize his voice. We have Finn John, who is in what is now the new media. We have William Loge, who is Bill, even though it says officially. He's also a professor of the new media communications. And his focus is on the social role of media and the way people
to check all the facts that are presented to us in the ads that we see, and to guard our memory against illusions. Collectively, through organizations, we have a tremendous opportunity to guard ourselves against the kinds of claims that dishonest politicians and the people who work for them and the people they don't employ, who are claiming to work on their behalf, which is a feature in this year's election like never before. Against all of that, collectively, we have the opportunity to protect our vote.
Candidates tend to be completely devoid of anything that you can really claim, check out their claims. I'm for jobs. I mean, I suppose you are. So a candidate, actually a different candidate than this one, released a commercial today that said he was for empowering small businesses to create jobs. Which again, great idea. He left off the E in the word create, so it was kind of an amusing commercial that way, but not something I would factor.
Well, it speaks to a lot of what's going on now, both to the troubles that we're having and to the possibilities and opportunities that are going to result from it. Once upon a time, like maybe 50 years ago, we all got our news from the same 10 or 12 sources. I'm talking about CBS, NBC, newspapers, and they all furnished a complete report that was curated by an editor, and a professional editor, and they made these reports, for the most part, trustworthy. I mean, they weren't always trustworthy. I mean, the Red Scare, things got untrustworthy, but they were at least predictable in how we get our news. Today, most of us are picking from among thousands of available news feeds of well, some of them are definitely weeds. I could name some weeds, but there are thousands of them, and their quality ranges from top-notch to pretty scrappy. We typically are going to have, I am finding that the Huffington Post is very hit and miss in terms of quality control. Right now, Fox News, which essentially parses stuff on the basis of ideological purity as opposed to actual content.